Yeah, this is your hostess with the mostest, Donna Smith, aka Lady D, for some afternoon thoughts. You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all. Y'all see me? I got my collar off. Anyway, how you doing, grown folks? This is the craziest. Let me take these glasses off. This is the craziest California weather that I can say we got going on because today is cold. It's cold. It's gray out. It's chilly. Trees blowing. All that stuff. And we done sat up here and had triple figures heat days in a row. And now it looks like it's getting ready to rain. But I hope everybody's cool. I hope you got your coats. I hope you're ready for this for a minute. And then we'll probably be back up to triple figures in a day or two. Only in Cali. So this is your host with the most, is Donna Smith, aka Lady D. What I do is I bring you some afternoon thoughts during the week around this time where we just bounce off. I just bounce off the head what I'm feeling in the moment. And one thing I will say, I had some really good fish tacos. There were some good fish tacos, and a coworker told me they were from Doses or Door something, some about a job. I forgot the name of it, but anyway, the tacos were really, really, really good. Fish tacos was good, but when I tell you, when I heated up them tacos in my break room, the whole department smelled like fish. It was ridiculously foul. And at first it made me think, well, something wrong with the fish, but no, nothing's wrong with the fish. I'm fine. It's just it has a very foul smell. Now I don't know what kind of fish it is. I'm gonna have them ask next time. I just know I was told that their fish tacos is the bomb, and I went on in on it yesterday to get me a couple of them, and yeah, ate one yesterday, ate one today. Everybody teased me about how I don't just eat everything up at one time. I'm a small eater. I eat a little bit, I get full, and I leave it alone. So I was able to save the other taco for the next day. But let me tell you, good, 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 good. It just stanky. That's all. So anyway, how's everyone? Hit me up in the chat. Let me know you good. Let me know you here. Um, I have just been, man, it's been, I've been stretched to the limits with some things. It's been, my schedule has been all over the place. I haven't been able to really focus on a couple of things that I need to, but getting ready for a very great vacation coming up soon, in less, I think around 2 weeks from now, and also been doing these extra hours of working, and that has been stretching a girl uh, to greater limits because you just don't have time for much else. And I believe it wasn't as bad when I lived closer to the job. But when you have a commute of an hour one way and an hour the other way going back home, 2 hours a day or a little more, you're in commute, traffic, driving, it makes a difference because you're already tired and wore out, and then you got to make that long drive. So bear with me if I'm a little over the map or a little over there. I've been working consistently for some days, and that's how it's going to be the rest of this week and the weekend too. So it's going to be quite a challenging. And for those of you who do tune in on the Donna Smith show on Sundays, Grown Folk Talk, where we do our little go live panel talk show, instead of 7 p.m., I'm going to be doing it on 8 p.m. on that day, on Sunday. So be sure if you don't see me on 7, I'm going to be on definitely at 8 o'clock on Sunday. And I'll be reaching out, letting everybody know that again. So anyway, yeah, I just had some thoughts about, you know, it's a trip. I think I kind of talked on this a little bit, but when you have been consistently trying to get at somebody, trying to reach them, reaching out, maybe sending them little messages, maybe calling sometime, maybe, letting them know that you are truly into them, and in whichever ways you do, whether you flirting or you open with it or whatever, but they know without a shadow of a doubt you have interest. And they kind of trickle some things at you here and there, letting it be known that they feel in you too, but they not really approaching you in the same way that you're approaching them. They're not consistently reaching out to you. They're not consistently calling you. They're not consistently, letting you know straight up that they want to spend some time in this and that. But they're giving you just enough so that you know that, well, they do like me. They kind of like me a little bit, so I like them. So I'm gonna just see what they do. I mean, that's kind of lopsided. Some people probably would think, well, if somebody is not reciprocating in any type of way to let me know that they're interested in the same type of ways, then perhaps they're not, or perhaps they are. But it's the pollen in the air, you guys, because it's making my nose tickle right now. um, Perhaps they're not interested in that way, or they um they can't reciprocate because they're in some type of situation that's not allowing them to really come at you like that. And they haven't told you. Perhaps they have someone that they're seeing that's pretty serious. They're in a relationship, they're married, whatever it is, and they welcome and love the attention and you reaching out, but by no means do they want to tell you what's going on with them. And it's kind of like faulty salty, because it's kind of it's giving double messages. You're kind of letting them know you're interested, but then again, you're not showing them that you're interested. So how do one deal with that? I would say if a person is not reciprocating and not reaching out to you in the way that you're reaching out to them, then perhaps you need to fall back a little bit, lightweight. There's nothing wrong with touching bases with people, seeing how they doing, hollering at them here and there, that type of thing. But the constant pursuing, and you seem to just not get anything back on a regular, reciprocated, it could be, it could be a letdown. It could be disappointing. It could be, it could just make you feel some kind of way. So, in order to avoid all that, you have to fall back. Now, is it the responsibility of a person who is reaching out in that way, or not reaching out at all in any way? Do they owe one the respect to say, well, I'm not really that interested right now, or perhaps if this was a different time or phase in my life, chapter in my life, we could have really seen what it do. But right now, I got too many irons in the fire. I got too many people that I'm connected to, that I'm doing things with and for, that it wouldn't be fair to you if I brought you on into the equation and couldn't really give you what you needed or what you desired and wanted at that time. Would someone respect being told that? And I'm not saying tell them that after you done did the clap, you didn't spend some time, around all your other stuff. You done made time. You know how they say in the beginning, folks just make it do what it do. But you've made time. You've come all around everything, jumped hurdles, fences, swam across lakes, everything to spend this time with them. Got the clap going, and then all of a sudden, you just don't have the energy or time to keep moving forward, and you start shying away. And it's not that you're shying away because you actually hit that, it's you shying away because all along your intentions was not to go past a certain point with that person. But instead of telling them that, instead of being just open and honest about it, you just went on and rode the waves. And then, lo and behold, here comes the resentment, here comes the hurt hearts, here comes the why are you doing me like this? Why did you do me like this? Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you do? And you have found yourself in a situation where you are utterly crushing someone, but that wasn't your true intent. So therefore, I think the respectful way is to just let a person know up front that you're not trying to go any deeper than you are. You're just trying to keep things on the surface. You're not trying to dig deep and get all these emotions involved and, start feeling a person in a certain way. And you're just not on that page right now. You like them, but no, you're not going to return all their calls. No, you're not going to pencil some time out and spend with them. No, you're not going to, have a loyalty and commitment to just them because you don't want to get caught up that way. So tell them. Just tell them. I think the most respect you, especially somebody that you really kind of like and that you respect and that you think is real cool, and if nothing else, you always want to continue to be a friend to this person, I think it's only right to come at them in a way that you are being open and honest with them, that you're not misdirecting and misleading, because it can be very hurtful to reach out to somebody with a text or a telephone call on a regular basis and they just don't get back with you until you hit them again and again and again, and finally it's like this off the wall, hey, how you doing, what's going on, and you didn't hit them 3 4 5 times. I mean, everyone at some point is looking through their phone. If you don't catch a message right when it happens, you catch a message at some point shortly after, because we do everything with our phones. We're texting, we're receiving messages, business wise, personal wise, friendship wise, personal. You got dings and rings and beeps that hit you to let you know you got a message. Some people got the little thing on their phone like I used to have. You got mail. A voice would just tell me straight up, you got mail. And I'm like, oh my God. I had to shut him off because he was just, you got mail 1,000 times a day. Because it would notify me whenever a message was left, whether it's on Yahoo, whether it's in your inbox, whether it's, however, it alerted me. So we all have this technology that connects us, and so for one to just not find a way or a moment of time, you may be busy right in that moment, and you may not have your phone connected to your hip. Some people will think that you have those who carry their phone around with them a lot, but at some point you do put it down. You put it down, you got to go to the bathroom, you got to use both hands. You got to go take a bath, you got to use both hands. You got to go bring groceries in, you got to use both hands. You're cooking dinner, you got to use. So people are not there just holding their phones. They may have their earpiece in, such as I do. My earpiece stays in quite frequently because I'm a hands-on type of person and I multitask. So I like to do 1,001 things at one time, or maybe not like to do, but I do 1,001 things in one time, and I like my hands to be free from holding a phone. For me sitting there holding a phone, you're not going to get more than 5 minutes conversation with me because I hate holding a phone up to my ear and I can't do much else. So, with the headset on and you're within a certain amount of range, you could still hear a notification or a beep or ding that you got a message. And usually one will go to their phone when they get a free moment. Maybe you're in the middle of something then, but as soon as you get a free moment, you would look at your phone. Oh, such and such. Oh, wow. Oh, man, that was sweet. Okay, now I got to get back. You say you got to get back. Sometimes we can forget. Your day may be hectic, busy. You can forget. That's why it's important when you see it to try to acknowledge it within that next 10, 15 minutes while it's still fresh on your brain. If you can't go into a whole lot, hey, I just saw you hit me. I'm doing fine. I'm going to hit you as soon as I get a free moment. I'll text you or whatever it is you're going to do. And it lets a person know that you're considerate, that you're attentive, that you are reaching out to them with love and respect. It takes it just takes a moment. And so I think that's why some get really ticked off and pissed off when they don't get return messages back. And we have to be more clear and just straight out. If it is that you're busy and that's it, whatever, whatever, still you can let a person know that. But if it's not that and you just don't, you just don't place that person on your priority list, you're not really interested in the way that they are interested in you. You have to find a way, tastefully, tactfully, to let a person know. And of course, that shall hurt them, but it's going to hurt them more with you leading them on, playing these little old tricky games, head games, and they're thinking one way and you're thinking another. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be a trip. So, another thing I want to talk about, you guys, let's switch gears right now. Is it okay for, say, for instance, you dealing with somebody, you guys are in this little thing together, and your phone is laying down, and you seem to be away from it. Maybe you're in the restroom or whatever, and you get a phone call. So, you get a phone call, and they pick up your phone and answer it. Now, you didn't tell them to answer the phone. You have a voice message mailbox that can answer the phone. Phone was answered by this person. Oh, hello. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. They in the restroom. May I ask who's calling? Oh, okay. Roger. All right. Well, Roger, does she have your number? Yeah, yeah. She got my number. Okay, well, I'll let her know that you called as soon as she gets through in the restroom. Click. Now, TMI, just too much in the business anyway. Um, it's I don't know if your mate has not asked you to answer their phone, don't touch it. Why touch it looking at who said, oh, you got a text. Oh, Sharon is texting you. Oh, Billy Bob is texting you. I mean, that's their phone. That's their personal phone. They pay the bill, not you. And even if you pay the bill, you gave them the phone. So they still have to have some type of respect and privacy about their lives. And it's not to say that a person is doing anything. They're not doing anything. It's just the fact that they need to have that type of respect and understanding as far as this is mine, that is yours. If I ask you to do something such as answer it, if I ask you to check that message for me because it seems like somebody is texting me, because you have a certain ringtone for certain notifications when stuff like that is happening. So, you may yell, can you get that for me? Can you get that? And that's a whole different thing. They are directing you and asking you to do that. But when you turn around and just pick up somebody's stuff and answer it, because you fishing and looking and trying to be all nosy, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. And another thing, just because somebody is paying your phone bill or helping you pay the bill does not give them the right to be all up in your business like that. That's why it's best to pay your own phone bill, tell you the truth. But if they paying your phone bill, what the heck are they? So, okay. So you mean tell me you helping pay my bill, or paying my bill, and you was the one that said you would do that. I didn't ask you to do it. You just said you would help me with some things, and that's what we decided that you would help me with. And you think it's okay to listen to my messages, look at my phone, see who's calling me, check voice messages. That's not your phone. I don't care if the phone is about to bite you. The one thing I don't do, and I don't know, there's a whole lot of folks out there like this, but I don't go through my partner's phones and wallets and pockets and all that. Now, if something falls out at me, say for instance, I'm getting ready to do the laundry and I'm shaking clothes and sorting them and doing all that, and all of a sudden, a condom pack or a loose condom falls out of the pocket, that just fell out to bite me. Now I'm gonna wonder why is this in your pocket, and it just fell out, and so something you gotta tell me. We need to talk. That will prompt me to want to know. Otherwise, I'm not going through your phones and all that. You leave your wallet, and this is very rare, but this is truly me. I'm not making it up. This is just how I am. You leave your wallet in the drawer and you left. And you let me know you left your wallet by mistake and you gonna head back to get it. I'm not gonna pick up your wallet and start going through your wallet to see what's in there. That's your business. That's your stuff. And I would want the same respect about my stuff. If my phone is left there, that's my phone. Unless I ask you to touch it, don't touch it. If my purse is right there, what are you looking in my purse for? What are you going through my jean pockets for? What are you snooping all in my drawers for? That is not your business unless you are invited or asked to do something of that nature. A person has to be able to feel that they have a certain amount of privacy. Now, if you have a partner that you stay with, and you guys are sleeping together, and you live together, and or they, even if you don't live together, they come over 3-4 times a week or something like that, maybe 3 times a week out of a 7-day week, and they their phone seems to ring a lot after midnight. The phone is ringing. First of all, it startles you, it wakes you up, and you're like, oh my goodness, what's that? And they look at the phone, and then they just put it down. So it's not an emergency situation, because they didn't say, oh man, I hope this is my son, I hope everything's okay, I gotta get this. So they answer it, and if it's something like that, they'll lay right there and talk. But the phone rings after midnight, and then they go out the room. They get up, they look at it, who's calling. They go on out the room to the restroom, down the hall, downstairs, whatever. They go far enough away from you so you can't hear the situation. Now that's kind of worrisome. That would probably prompt a person to want to know, or I want to ask, well, dear, who was that? It's already late. Is everything okay? Or if you don't ask who is that, is everything okay? And then a person turn around and tell you, yeah, everything good. Go on back to sleep. Then that's gonna have you. That kind of stuff plants seeds of doubt. Now, if you know that your partner has a business and they get all kinds of calls and stuff like that, can happen any time of day or night. Usually they gonna handle that right in front of you. They not gonna have to leave out the room unless you got a lot of music or loud TV going on. It's noise. They need a little bit more quiet, but it's quiet as heck when you're in the bed asleep. So that kind of stuff prompts you to want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. And you're going to ask a few questions. I would expect my mate to probably want to ask you a few questions. If not once, but a few times they have been over with me and my phone is ringing after midnight, I would, and it wakes them up, and I would expect them to want to ask, babe, is everything okay? Was that one of your kids? Was that if your parents are still alive, was that your mom, your dad, everything okay? You're gonna they gonna ask. So it's up to you how you answer that. Or are you gonna, I mean, it shouldn't be anything to hide if it's nothing going on. So if you got something going on where you got a mistress or, you know, a Tyrone or a situationship or whatever outside of your own situation, and then you got these little random calls, because people like that, I don't care how you can go in the next room downstairs, outside, down the street, and cuss them out. They called for a reason, to piss you off and to let it be known that they got it like that, and to stir up some shish. And they want to stir up some shish so that person get mad enough with y'all arguing and going back and forth that they'll want to leave the house or leave from visiting you and go back to their little situation. And then that person, then they did what they was trying to do in the first place. And they may leave you and go on and call that person and end up hooking up with that person. I mean, who knows? If you got somebody else calling after hours like that, you probably got rights to go do whatever you want to do with them, because they feel they got rights to call you. I'm just saying, if it's one of those kind of situations. But a lot of times it's just about somebody, having business issues, or, a family member, Lord and behold, calls and something's going on that, is beyond anybody's control. But it's nothing wrong with just being honest and open about that, and respecting one another's property and things. Don't go in and get to digging in pockets looking, because you know what, I'm gonna tell you, old soul person told me one time, when you look and lurk, you shall find. It even says in the Bible, seek and you shall find. Okay, so the thing is, if you get to digging, trying to find something, you gonna find it. And it may not be something that you wanted to find, that you gonna like. It just may be something that's gonna be, oh my God, why did I go digging for this? Especially when you're digging in purses and wallets and pants pockets, and people will go in glove compartment boxes in the car and trunks, and they'll go in, the other one, the little cabinet in the bathroom, the medicine cabinet, looking to see what you got going up in there, what you taking, what you what kind of medication you on, that kind of thing. Some folks are just inquisitive, and they just want to know. Inquiring minds, they just want to know. So you just got to be careful. Be careful about that, and doing that, because I truly believe, I'm a firm believer of doing to others as you want done unto you, treating others in the way you want to be treated. I'm a firm believer of that. So if I don't want you doing certain things to me, then I'm not going to do certain things to you. There's nothing worse than being with a jealous, possessive person, insecure, that is always accusing you and digging through your stuff. I think we all have had our some kind of situation with that. Everybody has at least at this stage of the game been through something of like that at least once, where you've had that insecure mate that just accused you of everything under the sun, and you was 100% faithful, and every time you turned around they was digging and going through your stuff, going through it. You come in the room, you catch them peeking in something, or you leave something a certain way and it's all messed. You could tell somebody been, and then you start planting stuff. Let me put this over here and see if it be moved and come back and it's been moved because they've been looking. That's a hard way to go. That's a hard way to live. That's a hard situation to be in. It is not worth your time, your focus, the stress level, none of that. And that's why some have the mindset of, well, if I'm already been accused, if they already think I'm doing XYZ, heck, I might as well start doing it. Why should I not? And then they'll go head on and start doing some more crazy stuff. You see what I'm saying? So it just causes one problem after another. But anyway, I have said enough rambling on today with some afternoon thoughts. Y'all, those are some things to think about. Respect others and their property. Respect their stuff. Do not go in it. Do not go snooping. You shall find. Do not go snooping. You shall find. Let it come out at you. Because, like they say, what's in the dark comes to light. Sooner or later, them lights got to come on, okay? And it's going to be found and it's going to be seen. So, on that note, I got to finish eating the last bit of my crumbs here. But I wanted to tell you guys to have a wonderful day. Be safe. Stay warm. I'm going to get back in here and finish up my few little minutes. I don't even know what time it is now. I hope I ain't over time with my talking. But I'm going to go in here and finish up my little day. And I just wanted to say have a great one. This is Donna Smith, your hostess with the mostest, giving you some grown folk talk and conversation. I see people are starting to walk, so I got to go. And I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.